In our solar system, there are 8 planets. The planets in order from the Sun based on their distance are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. The planets of our solar system are listed based on their distance from the Sun.
There are of course the dwarf planets, Ceres, Pluto, Haumea, Maknik, and Eris. However, they are in different class.
According to the definition, a planet is a celestial body that is in orbit around the Sun, has enough mass to assume hydrostatic equilibrium, resulting in a round shape, and has cleared the neighborhood around its orbit.
The first planet in our solar system is Mercury.
Is the closest planet to the Sun. It is only 58 million kilometers or 36 million miles. Though it is the closest, but it is not the hottest planet in the solar system because Venus holds that title.
Being a terrestrial planet, Mercury has a high density, and it's primarily composed out of rock and iron ore. Its surface is heavily cratered, very similar to Earth's moon. Mercury orbits the Sun once every 87.97 Earth days. While 1 Mercurian day is equivalent to 59 Earth days, surface temperature ranges from 173 to 427 degrees Celsius.
Venus is the second closest planet to the Sun. Venus is on average at a distance of 108 million kilometers or 67 million miles away from the Sun. It is the hottest planet of the solar system. The temperatures are around 462 degrees Celsius, about 4.5 times the amount of heat needed to evaporate water. Its diameter has been measured to be at 12.104 kilometers or 7.521 miles. Venus has 90% the Earth's surface area and it orbits the Sun once every 225 days. 1 day on Venus is equivalent to 243 Earth days. Thus, a day on Venus is longer than a year. It is a terrestrial planet, often considered Earth's sister.
The third closest planet to the Sun is Earth. It has an average distance of 150 million kilometers or 93 million miles away from the Sun. It only has one moon. Earth is the biggest terrestrial planet, having a diameter of 12.760 kilometers or 7.926 miles. Surface temperatures on Earth are around 14 degrees Celsius. Around 70% of Earth's surface is covered in water, while the atmosphere is made out of 78% nitrogen, 21% are oxygen, and 1% other gases.
Mars, the fourth terrestrial planet and closest celestial body to the Sun. Mars is 228 million kilometers or 142 million miles distance away from the Sun. Also known as the red planet due its reddish color primarily because of its iron oxide on its surface. Mars is very similar to Earth. It has 2 moons, Phobos and Deimos.
The fifth and the most massive planet of the solar system, Jupiter, is 778 million kilometers or 484 million miles away from the Sun. It is 317 times more massive than Earth and 2.5 times larger than all the other planets combined. Jupiter is a gas giant. It is primarily composed of hydrogen, helium, and other gases. Its atmosphere is the most intense in the solar system, probably second only to Uranus in terms of wind speeds, which can reach up to 100 meters per second or even more. Jupiter has a diameter of 142.984 kilometers or 88.84 miles.
Saturn, the sixth planet from the Sun and also a gas giant. Saturn is 1.4 billion kilometers or 886 million miles distance away from the Sun. It has 7 ring systems around it. The gas giant has been recently crowned as the king of the moons since it has 82 confirmed satellites. Its atmosphere is made up of hydrogen, helium, and other gases.
The seventh planet from the Sun, the ice giant Uranus. Uranus is 2.9 billion kilometers or 1.8 billion miles away from the Sun. It is classified as an ice giant due to the presence of ammonia, methane, water, and hydrocarbon in ice form. Uranus is the only planet that rotates on its side. Like Venus, it also rotates in the opposite direction. This planet has a long orbital duration, 84 years. A day on Uranus, on the other hand, it is the shortest, lasting only 17 hours.
Neptune, the farthest planet. It lies at around 4.5 billion kilometers or 2.8 billion miles away from the Sun. Like Uranus, it is also an ice giant. It has a series of faint planetary rings, around 14 confirmed moons, and it has the farthest wind speeds of any planet, reaching speeds of 2.160 kilometers or 1.314 miles per hour. One day on Neptune lasts 16 hours, while a year is equivalent to 165 Earth years, the longest of any planet. Neptune is the fourth largest planet, having a diameter of around 49.244 kilometers or 30.598 miles. It is primarily composed out of layers of gases, around 29% of helium and 80% of hydrogen, with traces of other elements. Its bluish color is believed to be caused by the presence of methane. It is the first planet discovered through mathematical calculation and predictions.